If there's one thing Nerfers always need, it's darts. Which is why it was nice of Lighttake to send me a bunch of them to test. As some of you might know, I run Nerf parties and Nerf events. Grim Up Nerf not-for-profit community event, Foam Dart Thunder, Skate Park Nerf event at Leeds and Halifax, and I also run Nerf Wars at Nerf parties. Links in the description. I took these 3 Lighttake darts to a Nerf party to give them the ultimate test. Seriously, there is no better way to test darts than actually using them in a Nerf war. Hello, Just a Job here. We are at a Nerf war and we have some darts to test. We have waffle tips, we have Z tips, and we have red AccuFakes. That's weird. I've just been round the floor, and whilst a lot of the waffle tip darts have held up okay, there are a lot more waffle tips that are broken than the other types of dart. The regular grey AccuFake darts don't hold up that well. These red ones seem to be a lot more robust. I'm quite impressed with these too. And I'm going to be honest, we've started using the Z tips at Grim Up Nerf for the very reason that they are very robust darts as well. So as someone who runs Nerf Wars, Nerf events and Nerf parties, the main thing for me is safety. All of these darts pass that test. It's about the dart heads having enough give in them when they make contact with you. That's basically it. The second most important thing for me is how long they last. How much fun can you get out of them before they're not usable anymore? How robust are the darts? How long do they last? Ultimately, in my mind, there are 2 ways a dart can die. First of all, the foam can wear out. Secondly, the head can fly off. Whilst I can't say anything about how the foam's going to wear on these guys, this is what I found. During an hour and a half or so of Nerf Wars, the dart that lasted the best was actually this guy right here. Now, Lighttake also sent me some AccuFakes to test out a little while back, and we've actually been looking at them at Grim Up Nerf for quite some time now. I think that there is a difference, and you can correct me on this if I'm wrong. I think there's a difference between the red-tipped AccuFakes and the grey-tipped AccuFakes. Now, I should mention that at this particular Nerf War, we were only using springers. There were no high-powered flywheels or anything, so just bear that in mind. Darts that seemed to perform the best at this Nerf war were these guys right here, the Z tips and the red AccuFakes. Basically, when I went round after the Nerf war, I couldn't find any of these that had been beheaded, and only 1 or 2 of these that had been beheaded. For some reason, and I don't know why this is, could just have been a batch of lemons, I had an awful lot of green waffle tips beheaded. These took an awful lot of abuse in that hour and a half, all the darts did, and most of them survived no problem. But these guys seem to have the least casualties, specifically the red AccuFake tip darts. I don't even know if there's really a difference between the grey tipped AccuFake dart and the red tipped AccuFake dart. I don't know if there's a difference at all, but it seems to me that these guys last longer than these. If anybody wants to correct me on that, then please do. All I know is that after an hour and a half of hard nerfing with a bunch of young, excited, enthusiastic nerfers, that's kind of what seemed to happen. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't get round to testing these, and here's why. Now, what we have here is a full vinyl jacket dart. By the way, this isn't the same as the NF Strike darts that Lighttake sent me. Within the nerfing community, we tend to not like this type of dart, and here's the reason. It's because the tips are actually quite hard. I can feel a bit of a corner there. And so, in terms of dart safety, these darts seem to be much less safe than standard Nerf darts, which are a little bit squishier. You can actually just see the difference there, how easy that is to squish, compared to that doesn't really squish at all. There's no give there. Now, these NF Strike darts right here, I have to confess, I didn't use them in the Nerf war, but they're actually quite easy to squish. They're not as easy to squish as regular Nerf darts, but they are quite easy to squish. So I would go as far as to say that these are better than full vinyl jacket darts. However, I would still like to throw this out to the nerfing community, and please comment below if you take a view on this. I mean, for plinking around target practice, no problem at all. Additionally, they sent me 2 of these lovely bags here, and as you saw in the video just now, they were great fun to fire darts at the end of the Nerf war. A great way of getting all the darts into the same kind of general area to be scooped up. Another thing I love about this target is the way that you can just fold it up really, really small when you're not using it. And when you're firing darts at it, you can stand it up and shoot it like so. I also used it at Christmas target range over Christmas, and I have to say I feel like it contributed. And what better way to test out all these darts than on the Nerf range? All of the darts that Lighttake sent me seemed like decent darts. These guys seemed a little bit more expensive, possibly as a result of the slightly high quality tips. than full vinyl jacket darts. In terms of Nerf warring darts, all of these seem to do the job. I seem to remember them all being at a similar price point. The Z-tips and the red AccuFakes are the ones that I found to be the most robust during the hour of Nerf war that I undertook. Okay, so I know that's not the most scientific of tests, but let's face it, an hour and a half or so of Nerf wars is pretty hard going for any dart. For those of you who are interested, the Light Take eye protection is still my eye protection of choice for Nerf wars. Great size for smaller Nerfers' heads, and a good price. Now time for some Q&A. The Phone God, what's your favourite Nerf mod you did? I would say probably the Minimise Strife. BK Xander the Warlord, where did you get the inspiration to make such masterful videos such as this? Like I said before, my brain's a weird place. When did America declare independence from Britain? Did that already happen? Why is there a lot of LEGO videos being recommended to me? I'm not sure, but I like LEGO too. Where did the idea for your name come from? Well, back in the day, my favourite Nerf blaster was a Jolt, and so when I went to a Nerf war, I took just a Jolt. Approximately how much has your chocolate blaster melted by now? Truth is, I was keeping it in the fridge for quite a long time, and then we needed fridge space for Christmas. When did America declare independence from Britain? Was it yesterday? Why am I repeating myself? I'm not sure. Memes? Yes. Will you ever do a full mod on a flywheel blaster? Will you ever do a full mod on a flywheel blaster? I've done full mods on flywheel blasters. I just don't make videos about them. Exactly how many questions have been asked so far? I've got no idea. Who is Spider Tang? Who indeed? Beast Mode, what's your favourite Nerf blaster, Jolt? The Optimus. And finally, let's have a quick look at some of these mags. Now, the first blaster I'm going to test one of these mags in is the infamous Jam Page. Now, I know that's probably not a good one to start with, but yeah, just fires fine. So from a stock Jam Page, no jams, which for both dart and mag is no small achievement. Go for a different colour of mag now, just cause. And like I said just now, 13 darts into one of these, so it says 12, they take 13. A lot of the Chinese off-brand stuff does tend to do that. They do tend to take 1 or 2 extra darts. See how many I've got in there. And 13. And we're empty. And again, no jams, all feeding just fine. And again, not pulling any punches. As our first representative for testing out flywheel blasters, I am going to use the Raven, just cause. I know the Raven tends to have some alignment issues sometimes, so I guess I feel like this will be a good test for the mag's ability to feed and the dart's ability to dart. And again, that's 13. And that's all 13 darts, no feeding issues whatsoever. That mag looks really cool in the Raven, just saying. And now the banana mag. And again, no issues whatsoever. I also had some really good footage of me nerfing with some of these mags with the Raven at Grim Up Nerf, but I haven't got a clue where it is now. But basically, I've tried them out. They work fine. They do what they need to do. And at the price point Light Take offers them, you simply can't go wrong. So would I recommend them? Absolutely. And you know I would say if I wouldn't. I'm a cheapskate of the highest order, and the price point on these are phenomenal. What's in the stock? Ooh, Lebkuchen. Absolut lecker.